to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Biggie. Today we're going to be looking at a collection highlight. I just picked this watch up. It's an Oris Aquis date, and this watch is just simply punches above its weight. Um, these watches like this is part of the problems that why they say watch people have like kind of an addiction or a sickness. I wasn't planning on buying any watches. I walked into the store. I'll leave a link where I picked this up at. It's called Inventory Adjusters in Phoenix. They are a gray market dealer for watches, and they have excellent prices. Check those guys out if you want a nice deal. Now, I walked in there. I wasn't planning on buying anything. I just, browsing, doing, the same thing as watch collectors do. We like to look at a little bit of everything. And I saw this watch, and I started to tinker with it. And the finish on this watch is just lovely. So while I was there, I pulled out my phone. I looked up what type of coating it is, and I saw that it has diamond-like coating, vulcanized rubber strap, unique sizing system, and I'll show you that right now. And this is also DLC, diamond-like carbon-coated class 2. And ceramic insert bezel, and this is a 120 click bezel, real positive, no back play on this Oris. Anybody that has these Oris Aquises, they'll tell you that they really punch above the weight. Now these watches coming in about $1,700, but they can be had at a very great price, and it's something that you should look into if you're not trying to wait on a Submariner or get something, but if you want something of extremely high quality, Breitling like Tudor quality, this is it. This watch truly and honestly punches above its weight. Where it comes in cheaper is that it uses a Sellita SW 200 movement, which is fine, which is regulated by Oris, and they run really well. Now they do make a newer Oris with the caliber 400 with the 5-day power reserve. I prefer this because you don't need to send this watch to anybody to get worked on. You don't need to send it back to Oris. You can take this to any watchmaker. They know how to handle and rebuild and service Sellita SW200. So I think that's a plus, actually. And as for the 5-day power reserve, this still is going to give you 40 hours of autonomy all day, and it's going to top off quick, so you're not going to have any problems with this watch. And it is 300 meters water resistance. Get a screw down crown, display screw down back with the Oris red rotor on there, and you see it is pedestrian movement. But to be honest with you, the new movement isn't very decorated either. So this one in my mind is just fine. You get that lovely matte ceramic bezel. In this first 15 minutes is all orange. Then you get the excellently white bezel markings. I'm trying to get a good focus on that. And then the Oris printing is excellent. Sapphire front, crystal mineral back. Date at 6 o'clock, really symmetrical. Something you don't see on a lot of divers, you get these leaf style hands, which are rhodium plated. And then you get all applied indices. And this one has a different kind of lume. It has something that drew me to it. It has orange Illumi-Bright, but it glows yellow, and you'll see that in a second. Now you have a signed Oris crown with removable guards, and this bracelet is affixed with screws. So you don't have to worry about those coming out or backing off or spring bar popping out, because this is screws. You take 2 screwdrivers to pull this off in size. So that's what you have to do with that. Now, it's embossed with Oris on the top of the strap. The strap is hollowed out to make it lighter and to wick away sweat on hot, sweaty days. And I'll show you what this looks like on my wrist, which is 7.25 inches. And then I'll show you how the clasp works. Now, if it's a hot summer day and your wrist happens to swell up, Oris has came up with this system where you just squeeze these 2 triggers, and you got about a good 7 millimeters I want to say a good 2.5 lengths of adjustment. See that? Very simple. Something that Seiko should take note on this. They really should. Twin trigger deployant class. You do get some perlaging on this class. Let me see. I think maybe not on this one, but it's still. Oh yes, you do right here on the right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to get that to focus. There you go. A little bit of dazzle on the clasp. You have a slip under bracelet or strap, so you don't have to cut that if you don't want to, but you can cut it to size it precisely. You can take a couple slices out, but I suggest if your wrist is anywhere over 7.5 inches, you don't have to cut anything. You can just adjust it with this strap. If your wrist is really small, you may have to cut it, but that's no problem, and it's still not going to hurt the resale value of the watch because you may have a small strap because of this ingenious sizing system. Now let's take a look at the loom. I'll charge it up real quick. Now look at that. Look at that. That is that Oris Lumi Bright. Oh my goodness, this lasts all night. This hangs with I mean, this is Super Luminova. This hangs with Lumi Bright all day, no problems. Anybody that owns one of these Aquis will attest to it. But this is one of my favorite colors. When this glows yellow, it's just awesome. It's just a different kind of loom, a different color, and it's something nice. You also get a lollipop on there. You get hacking, hand winding, and these lovely polished lugs, which are really short, and a brushed kettle style case. And let's do some quick measurements on there. Side to side, it's about a 43. The thickness on here is going to be about a 13, and then the lug to lug is going to be a scant 50. So this will fit a plethora of people, and you can see what it looks like on my wrist, which is 7.25 inches, and this thing just wears like a dream. Check out Oris Aquis, newest member of my family, and I really like it. My name is Biggie. That's the Watch Once Over for today. Enjoy your day. I'll talk to you later. God bless, and thank you for watching.